Well, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Good Influences. We are your hosts. My name is Matt King. We have Aaron Guilford, Carly Contro, and Mike Sheffer.
Mike.
Are we good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm paying attention while we're talking.
What are you doing?
I'm ordering lunch.
Can we send that in right now?
Yeah, okay.
Wow, Mike ordering a meal.
Yeah.
This will be the
Good. We should
first
give
time
him
I've
time. This
ever
is good.
seen you
This
like
is
a
good.
meal here.
I know.
Mike eats like a bird. It's just like a bunch of nuts and
Sweet smarts.
Like we all eat. Mike just
Did you
sits
bring
down
any
and
of your like normal stuff that you bring?
I brought my normal stuff, but when Matt said Chipotle, I felt my jaw be like, ooh,
What's your
yummy.
Chipotle order?
Well, I'm trying to get through it right now. I think I've had Chipotle one time since I moved to LA.
Bullshit,
my God.
Mike. That's not true, but we can pretend like
Have
it
we
is.
had Chipotle before?
You and me have had Chipotle at least 4 times together.
That's probably the only 4 times done.
Okay.
I used
That's
to get
more
it when
than
I lived.
one.
Okay, well, I used to get it in New York like 3 times a week because
Wow.
they're everywhere in the city.
And it's so quick.
So quick, get it for lunch, eat it wherever. But in LA, I'm like, I'm gonna get in my car and drive to get an $8 burrito. Like,
But
I feel like that's what most of America does.
to me, I don't know. I've just had this thing about like after living in New York and walking to get Chipotle,
Sure.
to get in my car to drive to Chipotle, it just seems like
you go pick it up. It's right there, good to go.
you have to pre-order it then.
Yes, but like boop, 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 that takes a minute. Usually you already have your
Well, it's
favorites.
taken me quite a while.
Well, what else
It's
do we
'cause he
need?
doesn't
He
order
doesn't
it
know
much.
his order.
Yeah. What is
Just
your
a
order?
So we get a
quesadilla.
burrito.
A cheese quesadilla, Mike.
No, you got it. You got a quesadilla. I just lost my whole order. Hold on. Add more in.
Oh,
Okay, I'll do it right
no.
now. Ready?
Can we just pause
Okay,
this
no,
because we're not doing 10 minutes
No,
of
I
you
wanna know what his
ordering.
order
I do
is.
too.
We're gonna do a burrito.
Okay.
With this-
Oh boy.
Why
What's
is this
wrong
oh
with
boy?
that?
Here. All right. Hi, sir. How are we? What do we want?
Okay, can I do a burrito?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the tortilla in, and then as we're doing it,
What kind of rice?
I'm gonna do no rice,
Oh.
Okay.
rice.
Meat.
just sofritas
Matt just pissed working.
Sofritas.
and black beans, guac, the roasted veggies.
You know that's extra. The guac's extra.
I know it's the guac extra. It's 2023. It's been extra for a
He
decade.
got money.
and then a little bit of cheese. And
Just
now-
a little.
Yeah, I don't know which. Yeah, I'll do the red salsa, and that's it.
Red salsa on the side or in the burrito?
In the burrito.
Okay.
Okay, add to order.
He goes, I just lost my order.
No, I think we're good.
Nice.
Okay, and then we submit that.
Do you guys remember Extreme Makeover, the show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not
home edition.
Not home edition.
Bedroom
Extreme
edition.
No,
No,
just
no.
Extreme Makeover.
Like just plastic surgery.
Yeah, it was like so fucked up. No looking back at it.
I don't really think I remember that one. I remember the swan.
What is that?
Oh my god, that was like
It's
another
like when they were
version.
like, look at these ugly
Ugly
people, and
people.
we're gonna make them beautiful.
Like an ugly duckling?
Yes, exactly. They're like, they were an ugly duckling, but now they're a swan.
Yeah, it was.
And they were doing
crazy.
plastic surgery in like the early 2000s
Yeah.
when it
Yes.
wasn't
It would
exactly.
be like they would
This
change
is
their
so
hair.
fucked up.
They would do like workout routines and surgery, and they would look completely different by the end. And then they had to like show the friends and family.
There's no way they look
I'm sure
good
for the
now.
kids were probably like, "What the fuck? Like
Yeah.
that's not my mom."
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
I don't remember the human extreme home makeover.
Yeah,
There
because
was-
home
there was a
edition
show
was like
called
the
extreme
extra
human
one.
makeover.
There was a show called The Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous where people would want to look like their favorite celebrities.
Oh,
And they would bring in pictures.
That's a great name.
That's MTV. They had "I Want a
Yes.
Famous Face."
That's what it is.
Knife
Yeah.
styles of
I-
the rich and the famous.
I think that's what it was called. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
I
Also, I want a
love
famous
that.
face. Yeah, so they would be like, I want to look like
Lifestyle.
Paris Hilton. And then this like smug fucking doctor would be like, well, she has a little bit of a more triangular chin, but we can get that for you
And you
here.
have
Oh my
to
God,
do like
I'm gonna do
a
that.
million surgeries, and it's so
these
people
people
like
were
die
like-
going
And the
under.
thing is, you're never gonna look like
No.
him. Like you're
No.
never gonna look like him. I remember the Justin Bieber one. To this day, is like
Yes.
horrific. Do you
Yes.
guys remember? Have you guys seen the Justin Bieber one?
Didn't he die?
Maybe, but
He was in
I
the
stand firm
summary.
in my opinion. It did not look good.
No, they never look good. And then it's always like, I feel like no one's gonna come up to you and be like, oh my God, Kim. They're gonna be like, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Bill
because,
Burr
like-
talks about it too. He's like, nobody looks, you don't look
Who does?
better. Bill Burr, the comedian.
okay, yeah. I
He's
didn't
like,
hear.
just wait till they actually figure it out. Because right now,
Yeah.
it's not perfected. Like, they're still working out the kinks.
Yeah, but
Do
it's
you
also
guys have-
interesting.
Have you all had lip injections?
No.
No, I've never known
You
you
have
guys to-
accused me though.
Aaron does have big. Somebody comment on my
I
TikTok.
have accused you?
Yeah, here.
Of having lip filler?
Yeah, we were at lunch. And he was like, "Did you get your lips done?" And I was like, "No."
Oh, yeah, and
and
That's
then
not an
Yes, you did.
accusation. That's a question.
it's kind of the same.
But I don't know. I was like thinking about that at the gym today because like there's like at West Hollywood Equinox, there are like the caricatures
Oh,
of
I'm
like
sure.
It's just
of like
everyone's lifting.
they're like bottle
Frozen
service
faces.
girls. All respect to how they live their life and what they want to do, but their lips are like, good grief.
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody who sees that is like, that's lip injections.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they can't even close their mouth. It's just when they close their mouth, it's like
I actually saw something really interesting. Brielle Bierman, she is a Real Housewife, ex-Real Housewife's daughter, and she started doing lip injections, and it's like this whole phenomenon, like when you start getting it done, you forget what they used to look
Yeah.
like.
It's like the
Yeah.
face
So
tune
then
thing I
it
was talking about.
seems so normal, and then like when you're looking at yourself, you're like, oh, they're so small, but like you don't remember what they used to be
Yeah.
when you started.
it's
So it
body
gets like
dysmorphia.
so overboard. And she posted, she was like, I never realized, and like thank God I finally did, because like look at how bad this looks, and like she got them dissolved. But I feel like a lot of people, like Kylie Jenner, like it's going to be a whole plot point on the Kardashians being like, I wish I never did all this stuff to my body, like I don't want my daughter doing what I did, and like all of that. So it's like,
but do sometimes people get it done to like have that fake injection Hollywood look?
Yeah, there's people that do that. So it's like that's
They
their
want to
goal.
look like
yeah.
like an Instagram model.
But there's some people who
Okay.
just do it to like have a fuller lip, but then they forget what they look like. It's like when you see those terribly photoshopped pictures of people that look so fake, but
the
to them
Facebook
they
mom
probably
ones where they're up
Yeah.
here and it's just
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of like somebody like standing and their hips are super wide and then their legs are skinny. It's like I've seen a lot like that. And I think it's because people, when they start editing, they don't realize what they're supposed to look like in the photo.
Right,
And they
how
keep
far away
going
from
and
reality.
keep going. And yeah, I've always heard like if you're really using like editing like that, take a step away for a couple
Yeah.
hours and come back and look at it and you'll realize like how crazy it looks.
You know what I would get, but I never would get it. But I've always thought about it. I never would get it. Is calf implants.
Okay,
what?
Johnny
Wait,
Drama.
For what?
Just to make so I have really like long legs.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
like I'm not like I'm not like a lifetime athlete where it's like there's a degree you can work on your calves no matter how hard you want to. You're never gonna get like good, bold, like
Uh-huh.
athletic calves. But I've seen people who've gotten calf implants and it just makes your whole look much better. Like
Oh.
as like the frame of your body. Like
Aaron.
what did I just say right before I went into this? I
why
would
are you
never
getting
do this.
upset? I'm not even saying anything.
You're looking at me like
I'm
like,
listening
why
to
the
you.
fuck would you ever
Yeah,
want
you
to do
kind
that?
of
You're
are
looking like
looking at
thinking
it
like
like
I'm
literally not even thinking about what you're saying in that sense. That's just how I'm looking at you.
oh well it's just I
we
don't know. I thought
separate
we
them,
were
maybe
I thought
move
we
on
were just
opposite?
playing. I thought we were like playing.
What are
We
you talking
are,
about?
we
I didn't
are.
even say anything.
I thought she had a funny face. I was just
I was
pointing
just
it out.
listening to him
Calf
talk.
implants. They're crazy. Like but no one ever thinks you got implants on your
your
calves.
calf.
People can look at your lips, go, there's lip injections. People can probably look at your abs and being like,
What did they
those are
put?
ab
Is it
implants.
just like regular breast
You can get
Silicone.
ab implants?
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Like-
I feel like it wouldn't feel right.
No,
I'd be like, what
I
are
would
these
not
hard
want that.
things on
in
my
like your organs.
Yeah.
Maybe they do it above the
Yeah,
muscle.
it's just so weird.
Oh, maybe.
Just ugh.
Just stop
like
eating
the Liver
fucking
King
Oreos.
has like fake abs.
Who?
Like the Liver King.
Who's that?
You know who the Liver King
He's
is?
the king of livers.
What's up,
don't know.
primals?
I don't think girls get
Oh, is
served
it the
this
guy
content.
who eats?
Yeah, raw
Yeah, he's
liver.
like, we have
Maddie Healy.
gallbladder, we have liver,
bull
we have
testicle.
testicles.
Doesn't he eat brain?
Yeah.
Cow brain? And like that's a good way to get mad cow disease.
Yes, 100%.
Like that is very scary that he's
Do we think
eating
it's real?
brains.
Well, he also claims that he never took steroids, but then it came out that he did take steroids, and he had to do a big apology to the primal
Steroid
kingdom.
community.
Yeah,
Primal Kingdom.
that's what he says.
How old is he?
He's like in his 40s or 50s.
Does he look good though?
No, he looks insane.
Oh, okay.
He's like all red,
Yeah.
and like shiny.
And he got busted for
Yeah, but he was definitely using. He was
He's
just
all red.
he just like it's just like weird. He's a
Yeah, in my mind,
weird-looking
he's
dude.
consistently
The
sweating
Liver
out
King.
meat.
Yeah.
We should get him on the pod.
No,
We can all try the meats.
But
Is
it's-
he like a YouTuber?
he.
Oh, ew.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
he's like on TikTok. He blew up for being like, oh, if you just eat primal foods and don't cook your meat and eat brains and liver, you can look like me.
This is absolutely.
But it was actually
Sick.
he's just taking
He's
steroids.
kind of a sweetheart, though.
And he's also like pumping his own supplements as the.
He's a bit of like a snake oil salesman.
100%.
But he's not a
Yeah,
dip.
that's him.
But I don't
That's
think
scary. What is he
Like
holding?
you're obviously on steroids.
And he like talks about his wife, the liver,
Liver
queen.
queen.
Yeah, that's what it is.
His wife does the same thing.
I
Is she
think she like.
as bulky?
I don't know.
Liver
And he's got
queen.
liver kids.
Stop.
No.
I'm saying there's a whole.
Does he
lore
call
about
them
him.
that and
Yeah, he
not
calls it-
use their real names?
He calls them the liver queen.
Okay,
and-
yeah. His wife is like pretty normal looking. She's very ripped, but like
But
not.
not crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she's just like
But
very,
he's just a psychopath.
very toned.
He tapped into like the whole young male.
Oh, she's eating. They're eating a charcuterie of liver.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
atrocious.
god. Uncooked.
I
Yeah,
kinda would like
everything
to try
is
it, though.
uncooked.
Did you schedule that Chipotle or just ordered ASAP?
I ordered it ASAP.
So it'll be.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It'll be handled.
I'm just curious as to what your situation was.
They'll
What was
probably be
it?
here in like 10 minutes and then we'll record for another like 20, 30 and then
Yeah. What was our topic right now? We've kind of.
I have
Plastic
no
surgery.
idea.
surgery. Well, I like this topic right now of like fucked up old reality shows. I think that's so interesting.
Fucked up
I
reality
mean, we don't have to make a whole
shows.
episode about it, but
Remember
like
Beauty and the Geek?
no.
Beauty and the Geek was like they had like 10 hot girls,
Yes.
10 nerdy guys,
Yes.
and they had to find love.
Yes.
It's like
There was
every
the-
BuzzFeed video.
And then
Interesting.
remember Joe
Millionaire.
Joe
I
Millionaire.
was just thinking about that one. Have you heard of that one?
No, I don't.
Okay,
know
so
who
it
that
was
is.
basically like The Bachelor, and they told all these women
Oh,
that he's
yes,
a
I have.
millionaire. And
Wasn't
the
that guy on The Bachelor?
I don't know.
Explain it to the people who don't know.
Yeah, so basically it was like The Bachelor, and they told all the women that this man is a millionaire, and they go along with it the whole time, like all the dates and stuff. It's like he's a millionaire, and he's not like, I feel like he wasn't the most conventionally attractive man, right? Wasn't that like kind of the catch of it all?
Medium
Was-
ugly.
He was like not like super hot or anything, and they were like, are they still gonna go for him because he has $1 million? And he does end up with a woman, and they tell them that, or they tell her that he doesn't actually have $1 million, and do you want to stay? And she's like, yeah, I want to stay, like I really like him. And then they actually give them both $1 million.
Wow. But
All
if she
for
didn't want to
love.
stay with him, then they wouldn't give her the money.
I think so. I think that was the
Wow.
catch.
He was
Damn.
he was a really good looking guy though.
He was. Oh, I can't remember. Like in my mind, it was like, let's put an unconventionally attractive.
No, that was Joe or My Big Fat Ugly Wedding. There was
What?
one
Not
show.
Greek.
My
He looks
Big-
like he looks like he's like the real life Beauty and the Beast.
That's Joe Millionaire.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
it
was
says.
that's Joe Millionaire. And then there
He
was
looks
my,
like a soap opera evil bad guy in the
Yeah.
90s.
No,
villain.
yeah, like the Beast, live action.
then there
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, OneSkin. Are you tired of cycling through endless amounts of trending skincare products that all claim to smooth wrinkles, firm your skin, and give you a youthful glow, but don't really deliver the results at the end of the bottle? Well, support from today's episode comes from OneSkin. Founded by a team of 4 female PhD-level longevity scientists with over 15 years of experience studying the biology of aging. After testing thousands of peptides, they discovered OS1. The OS1 peptide is scientifically proven to target aged, also called senescent cells, the main source of skin aging, and actually reduces the biological age of skin by several years. Their flagship product, OS1 Face, is clinically validated to improve firmness, fine lines, and overall tone and appearance. Unlike most skincare products on the market, OneSkin works deeper than surface level and is designed to promote healthier skin from the inside out. When you have healthier skin, you have better looking skin. Is your current skin regimen clinically proven to reverse molecular aging of your skin? If not, give OneSkin a try and see the difference. For a limited time, the listeners of Good Influences will get 15% off OneSkin with our code GOOD at oneskin.co. oneskin.co. I'm not really much of a skincare guy. I've been genetically blessed, but I have been using this for about a week now, and I'm getting compliments on my skin, which has never happened before. I feel like I look more awake, more alert, my skin's more firm, and it just feels good to have something that I know I can trust that's really quality and actually works. They target the main source of skin aging, which is the buildup of old cells, also called senescent cells, that impairs collagen production and leads to wrinkles and loss of firmness. The scientists spent 5 years testing almost 1,000 peptides before they landed on OS1, which is their proprietary peptide clinically proven to decrease the levels of aged cells and reduce the age of the skin by several years at the molecular level. In a third-party 12-week clinical study, OS1 Face was clinically proven to strengthen the skin barrier and significantly increase visible signs of aging. Wrinkles were diminished in 87% of users and firmness in 95.5%. OneSkin is for everyone that wants to prevent or reverse the signs of aging with a groundbreaking approach. OneSkin addresses skin health at the molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging so skin behaves, feels, and appears younger. It's time for you to experience a new skin health routine at a discounted rate today. Get 15% off with code GOOD at oneskin.co. That's 15% off at oneskin.co using code GOOD. We only have one body, one skin, and only you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin. And now back to the episode.
It was like my big, fat, ugly fiance or husband.
Jesus Christ.
My big, fat, ugly, disgusting
Really?
wife.
That show was where they had a really, really pretty girl who's paired up with like a really like unattractive like man, and she would have to convince her family that she was in love and they were filming this reality show about them, and if they could get the family on board and let them say their I do's, she would win a bunch of money.
But it wasn't
But her
real.
family, so her mom, her dad, and everybody is like, why
No.
are you marrying this man? Why are all these cameras on? Like, they were just like, this is a bad idea. And she's like, please, no, mom, I love him. I love him. And then if they finally were able to sit through the wedding, she won money.
How much?
I can't remember. Probably
Do they still do that show, a
250,000.
Millionaire Show? I would love to do that.
No, I think they only did one season.
Just pretend to be.
Because I feel like after that, you can't really do another
Yeah.
season.
It'd probably be a
Mike
billionaire
Millionaire.
now. Well, probably a Mikey Billionaire
Mike
now.
Billionaire.
I will say I loved The Biggest Loser.
Oh, me too.
I cried like a baby every episode.
Remind me, is it fucked up?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. In retrospect, is this like?
I think it's just like a weight loss show.
Yeah.
Like I don't
but
think
it
it's
kind
like,
of like we're putting these people like through
Literally.
like
on a
mental anguish for our
Yeah.
entertainment.
Biggest Loser, you didn't lose enough? Get off the scale. You only
no,
lost
Biggest
10
Loser meant
pounds last week.
they lost the most weight.
No,
Yeah.
but it's
They
also
need to lose weight.
No, but if they didn't lose enough, they were off the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I
yes.
thought it was like the team. Whatever team
Oh yeah.
lost the most weight won that week. And then I think they had to like vote someone off or
Oh
something.
my god.
Were they ever like harsh, like fatty, lose your
Jillian
weight?
Michaels, horrifying.
Oh really?
Oh,
She's
I
so
don't
scary.
remember the
I
specifics.
don't know if she like would
Like
say stuff
shaming
like
them?
that, but like I would be. I'm like I'm scared of this woman.
I knew a kid on The Biggest Loser.
You did?
Chisholm?
I don't remember their
I remember
names.
him.
Chisholm? He went to college with one of my friends, and yeah, I hung out with him a few times. Friends
It
on
was
Facebook.
wild seeing people's transformations on
Yeah.
the show.
And like everyone had all these like heartfelt stories of like why they
Yeah.
wanted to do it and they just were never able to like hop on the saddle and do it themselves and they like needed something to like push them and
Yeah.
encourage them. So it was like very
National
like
television.
yeah.
But even some people I remember that like got voted off continued their
Yes.
thing because they like understood how to work
Yeah.
out
Oh,
now and
that's
like how to
good.
eat
Yeah.
better. But man, I wish that I can't remember if it's I mean, it was obviously shown in a time where like everyone had to be skinny and it was like
Sure.
Yeah.
the
Pre-body
fat
positivity.
phobia was
Yeah.
crazy. But if you want to, yeah,
It ran for like multiple seasons too,
Yeah.
right?
I think there was like a dozen.
Yeah,
and
there was
Jillian
tons.
Michaels was the woman.
Yeah, she was so scary. And then oh my god, what was the guy's name? But he was so fit and he had a heart attack recently.
Oh,
What the heck is
was
his name? The
That
biggest-
happens, right? If you get like super fit and then you don't work out for a while and then you try and work out again, you could.
I have no idea.
Cause
The
you're
thing
like-
that scares me is a lot of like people who I've seen a lot of people who are super healthy just have heart attacks. Like, oh yeah, he ran every day and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, so
and
what
then
do
it's
we
like
do?
the 90-year-old smoking cigs and drinking whiskey for breakfast. It's like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. My grandpa literally in heart failure
Wait,
for 10 years
what?
eating Cheetos.
It says Biggest Loser starts January 7th, 2023.
A new season is back.
Whoa.
January what on what like Discovery Plus?
Hold on, let me look at this.
Oh wait, it already was January 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
like
like, it already
where is
aired.
it?
We can recap every
Oh,
episode.
it was a casting call.
Oh.
So they're probably filming.
Matt, you should.
Well, hopefully
I
they're making it a
should
little bit
what?
more up to date. They're not
I
calling
would
people
like to
fat.
I would like to see like The Biggest Loser, but not people who are.
17 seasons. Sorry.
I would like not to see The Biggest Loser, but not it about being overweight. Just like people getting in really amazing shape who are like, all right.
Oh, just like toned and ripped.
Yeah.
But that's not like as thrilling to see. Like
Yeah.
it's fun to see someone like completely transform, like a healthy.
And it's so exciting, like every week when they get on the scale and they're like so excited because they're like, oh my God, I hit this other milestone. I don't know, like watching people like reach their goals is like so heartfelt.
Yeah.
You're getting teary-eyed right
Yeah,
now.
it's so nice.
And they would do a team scale, right? Like everyone would have to go on the scale. So if one person fucked up.
No, that's kind of fucked up. Everyone had to go individually, and then it would be all the weight they lost was like added
Right.
as the
Oh,
point.
But like if
Right.
one person on the team,
didn't lose any.
was-
Sometimes people would like gain weight, and it
Yeah.
would, and then you're just like,
yeah,
Was it like
It just
dramatic?
muscle-
Is it
Yes.
like Who Wants to Be
Oh,
a Millionaire?
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
so
Oh,
dramatic. You're
God.
like
Commercial break.
sweating.
And
You're like
then come
back.
literally sweating
'Cause they do the
because it's like
weigh-ins and they don't
I
reveal
can
it.
hear the noise. It's like do do do,
Oh,
and then it's like
God.
boop, and then it like flashes on the screen, and then everyone's like, or
Oh my
wow.
God.
And
Yeah,
it's
they
so
dramatize
fucked up
it.
because men lose weight so
So
much faster
fast.
than women, especially when like you're carrying a lot.
All right.
What?
So like the first couple episodes, it's like the men lose like 20 pounds after a week.
Yeah, and the women are like 2.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think they should switch that up?
Well, I feel like because it's like even people on the teams. I think it's like even men and women.
Yeah.
Do majority of the people after it like keep their lifestyle completely
Yeah.
changed?
Yeah, they record like after, like Carly was saying,
Oh,
they'll do
yeah.
like check-ins with people who have left the show and they're like thriving and doing so
Wow.
well.
Most do it.
I don't know about most, but I remember like some people would continue on because now they knew like how to work out and how to eat well for their
Vaguely
body.
remember, I feel like they would like bring everyone back and do like kind of
A
how they do the
reunion.
Survivor thing. Yeah, how like everyone comes back and they like talk about the experience,
Yeah.
but I don't remember.
I don't either.
have you guys seen Farmer Wants a Wife?
No,
Isn't
but
that new?
Yeah,
sounds right
No,
up
I
my
saw
alley.
the previews for it, but I never watched
Okay.
Farmer
it.
wants a wife.
yeah. I feel like you guys would love it.
It's like The Bachelor, but for like
Farmers.
rednecks.
Yeah.
Is it on like ABC or
I
is
think
it
it's on Hulu. Yeah.
Okay, I will be
Farmer
watching that.
Wants a wife.
Yeah.
It was like
Farmer wants a wife.
there was that. It was like after one of my pool parties.
I want
like,
my wife in the
me-
kitchen.
Dude, it's like
yeah.
kind of dark.
No, watching
Farmer
the
wants a
trailer,
wife
I
to
was
do my
like, this
chores.
seems problematic.
It's like blue collar Midwestern or Southern guys who are like, I'm a cowboy and I'm running the farm, and it's to be like a girl from like, well, I'm from New York and I guess I'm just here to live the farmer girl life, and you go on dates, like the dates will be the girl has to like, you know, clean up poop from the cow or like build a fence, and it's like all these blonde girls just like, I don't know how to use a hammer, I'm so
Yeah.
clumsy.
Right.
And it's just like a little bit it's like a little almost too on the nose of like city girl in the country, but
Yeah.
it is pretty entertaining. I never watch reality shows, but
And that's the one you're watching?
well, again, it was not my choice. It was after a party at my house, and
Oh,
like
okay.
there was
People
like
put it
4
on.
of us, and they were like, "Oh, we have to watch this. It's so funny." I would never
Oh, I
put
would
it on
full.
alone.
I
but-
love shows that are like.
about people falling in love.
Carly's
Well,
is like the cringe reality that's
yeah.
like really just like,
I love watching
how does that
Hoarders.
exist?
I love
Ugh.
like anything
Ugh.
on anything on TLC pretty much.
Yeah.
Hoarders I'll watch though.
Hoarders. I like watching My 600-Pound Life because to me it's like crazy when they like their transformation, but some people don't, and then that's sad. But
I don't. Yeah, there's a degree on like. Okay, like My Biggest Loser, I can watch someone who's like actively working towards something. I feel like My 600-Pound Life, there's just like a lot of like.
it's pretty depressing.
It's like
Yeah,
depressing
it's just
porn.
sad.
It's like there's just this. It's kind of
It's
a
just
lot.
documenting mental illness.
It leans more into shame than
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
like positive change, and it's like, why are you like this?
I feel like it's
Let's
a lot
film-
of TLC shows.
A lot
like
of them.
Oh
what
yeah,
the
it's just,
like OCD one. What is that?
Oh, My Strange Addiction.
Yes.
Mhm.
some of that My Strange Addiction. I don't think is real.
I think it's a little. No, I agree. I think some of it's scripted. Some of it feels very
the
scripted.
girl eating this soap. I was like, what? Or
yeah.
like also cheap steaks, or what do you call someone who's a cheapskate? Or what do you call someone who's
Oh yeah, cheapskates, right?
cheapskates?
Cheap steaks.
Oh, there's like people who are extremely like, I'm clipping coupons from 1982 and I saved 7
Extreme
cents.
Extreme
Couponers?
couponing.
Yeah.
Extreme couponing was a whole show too, wasn't it?
I get
I
a
don't
rush
know.
from
I think
that.
it was. Yeah, it was
I
a
don't
whole
remember.
show.
Yeah, extreme couponers, and then there's extreme sweepstakers, people who enter sweepstakes constantly.
Oh,
Have you not
what?
seen that?
No.
People
It'd be
whose
like a
job
doc.
every
Yeah.
day, there's people who they wake up and they're 9 to 5, they are just entering as many contests as they can, because eventually it's like throwing darts
Yeah.
at a dartboard. One of them, or a whole bunch of darts at a dartboard,
One
one
of
of
them.
them's bound to hit bullseye, and they start winning. And so they just accumulate all this free shit that they won
Damn.
from entering sweepstake
When they
contests.
sell it?
Yes, they do all the different types of shit with the stuff that they won. It's just an interesting.
The thing
life.
I don't get about extreme couponers is like I've seen the pantries, like I've seen the rooms of like 30 Dove soaps,
Yeah.
60 shampoos or whatever, and I'm like, doesn't that expire? Like,
Yeah, it's just like the thrill of it for them.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's like an addiction.
And
of
some of it
sorts.
doesn't expire. That I mean, it could be for like years.
They can sell it still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I wish. Yeah,
Is there a show? I know I've seen it. I don't know if it's a show or a movie about people who are in love with inanimate objects.
yes.
And there's
Definitely.
this
You've
one
seen
woman who
LC.
goes, "I am a woman, and this is a bridge. And
Yes.
despite our vast differences, we are very much
Yes.
in love."
We did a video with Jason years ago reacting to one. It was like this guy who was in love with his car, like
Yes.
for real.
And he like has sex with his car.
Yes, it's like it's bizarre. It's
And
like
the
it's
woman who's
great
in love with the
TikTok
bridge is
content.
unbelievable.
I've seen
Yeah.
a guy in love with like amusement park rides, or he's in love
Yes,
with a
Yes,
Ferris
yes.
wheel.
yeah.
Despite our vast differences, we are very
It's
much in
so
love.
bizarre.
I am a woman, and this is a bridge.
Like, how do you even find people like that? It's so wild.
That's the most interesting part of
Have
it.
you
for
ever
me.
been attracted though to an inanimate object?
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, Factor. Now that we're in the thick of summer, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals to support sunny, active days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track for reaching your goals. And if you're too busy with summer plans to cook but want to make sure that you're eating well, Factor lets you skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality that you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy. Then get back outside and soak up the warm weather. Are you ready to feel your best while making the most out of your summer adventures? Stick to your wellness goals with premium, ready-to-eat meals featuring high-quality ingredients such as broccolini, leeks, and asparagus. Treat yourself to the 34-plus weekly restaurant options like bruschetta shrimp risotto, green goddess chicken, and grilled steakhouse filet mignon. Damn, that sounds good. Ready in just 2 minutes. Are you too busy running around during the day to think about lunch? Keep your energy up with Lunch to Go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers that are ready to eat when you're on the go. No microwave required. And if you're looking for a calorie-conscious option this summer, try delicious, dietitian-approved, calorie-smart meals with around or less than 500 calories per serving. Factor offers delicious, flavor-packed options on the menu each week to fit a variety of lifestyles, from keto to calorie-smart, vegan and veggie, and protein plus. Prepared by chefs and approved by dietitians, each meal has all of the ingredients you need to feel satisfied all day long while meeting your goals. And if you're looking to mix it up, you can add a protein to select vegan and veggie meals each week. Round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of over 45 add-ons, including breakfast items like their delicious apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, and potato, bacon, and egg breakfast skillet. Try refreshing beverage options like the cold pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. They offset 100% of their delivery emissions, source 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices, and feature sustainably sourced seafood in their meals. This July, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door. Ready in just 2 minutes, no prep, no mess. Head over to factormeals.com/good50, that's GOOD50, and use code GOOD50, GOOD50, to get 50% off. That's code GOOD50 at Factor Meals, FACTOR Meals, MEALS, factormeals.com/good50 to get 50% off. And now back to the episode.
Have you?
No, I was attracted to a cartoon. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
What cartoon? Let's unpack this for a few minutes.
Oh, just
You'll
wait.
never guess.
I've had some like
Elmer Fudd.
Close. No.
Foghorn Leghorn. I'll say garlic.
I know what you're talking about. But I'm like,
the big chicken guy from the cartoons.
It was Milhouse from The Simpsons.
Oh, that makes sense for you.
crush on Millhouse?
Oh my god. I thought he was the cutest thing ever.
Really?
Wow.
Did you like that he liked Lisa Simpson and you were like jealous of Lisa?
I don't remember. I don't know. I was just like,
Jealous
he's
of
so
her.
hot.
Because he was into Lisa and she like didn't ever want to deal with him.
I don't remember. Like, I don't really remember the plots, but I just remember being attracted to him. Also, Timothy from Timothy and Dumbo.
I don't know
Wasn't he
what
like a
that
I
mouse?
is.
don't know what that is.
Timothy and Dumbo.
What's Timothy and Dumbo?
What?
It's only airs in Nebraska.
I'm
Have
pretty
you
sure
ever
it's a
been-
Disney movie.
Have you been to Simpson Land and Universal and seen like a life-size Millhouse and
Yeah,
just
I
had like
could not contain
Oh
myself.
my
Really?
god.
Yes. Or maybe it was just called Timbo or Dumbo. But there was a Timothy and Dumbo like show or something.
Remember Timothy the Tooth?
No.
No,
He was
but
like
our
a
friend's
little
dog
tooth
is.
and he was like a
Yeah.
puppet. He's like,
He's kind of scary looking.
Okay.
But I did see did you guys ever watch Wife Swap?
Yes.
That is a psychotic show.
In
Yeah.
Jesus' name, I pray, get the hell out of my house.
I mean, insane. I saw a TikTok the other day of this girl being like, I was a kid on the show and I had to sign all these NDAs, but it's been enough time. Like, I want to talk about it. And she was like, the mental
How can
torture.
they even legally make a child sign an NDA?
I have no idea. Maybe the legal guardian can sign it
Yeah.
or something. But she said that so before you're on the show, you do like a billion questions, like a questionnaire, they psych eval, whatever. And they were like, what do you have issues with? And the girl was like, I am so scared of being alone, like of being abandoned. I don't know why, blah, blah, blah. Just like giving this therapist / questionnaire person all the info. And they're like, okay, thank you so much. Like, we're going to pair you with like the right whatever. So of course they bring in the new mom and they get into some sort of argument and the mom literally looks in her face and is like, you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life. Like, you are worth nothing. She like went off on this girl. So basically they just set these people up.
Yeah.
Obviously. I mean, I feel like nowadays it's like obvious that they do shit like that, but it's just so fucked
to
up
do to a child too.
to
Yeah.
a child.
Just they create drama.
But how well, if you guys don't know what wife swap is, it's so bizarre. It's basically about two families that swap literal wives.
but
and
they're
they
normally from polar opposite.
Yeah.
Like,
polar opposites.
Yes.
So like a
Jews,
Christian family and an
wives.
atheist family,
Yeah.
or like,
And then they put the wife from the Christian family in the household of the atheist
Yeah.
family.
you know, affairs happened. 100%,
You think
right?
so?
Yes.
No.
What?
They weren't even staying in the same bed together.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
I don't remember. I thought
I thought they might have been
they
in the
like
same
had
room
to.
and like sleeping on the
There's
floor.
No way they were
Either
like,
way,
dude, this is
affairs
reality
happened.
TV. This was
Yeah.
a stage thing they did over the course of like a week.
I feel like
Affairs
no one ever
happened.
liked each other.
Yeah,
it
but
never
sometimes that
worked
causes
out.
the tension.
I remember the Jesus woman freaking out.
Yeah.
Did you know her daughter? I think her daughter died.
Yeah,
recently.
that is right, Carly. Wow, I was gonna bring that up. I was
Do we know how?
A car accident.
Oh.
the one who's like, "Mom, stop, just calm down."
Yeah, like the rational
Oh,
one.
no.
She's now been doing like cameos. The mom.
The mom.
Really?
Yeah, she's
not
been
a
like on a
Christian!
whole like she's posting TikToks like
That
leading into
she
her.
is not a Christian scream is like one of the scariest sounds I've ever heard in my life.
Remember she like rips the check, and then at the end they were like, she still wanted the check. Like later, she's like, "In Jesus' name, I pray, get the hell out of my house."
Oh my
It's
god.
dark sided.
It's dark-sided. God, that show is so funny and fucked up.
Yeah, wild.
Do you know people that have been on reality shows? I know a lot of people that have been on Big Brother.
Oh.
Big.
How many?
I think I know like 4 people that have been on Big
Damn.
Brother.
4 people that have been
Matt's
on
like,
Big Brother. Like, I don't know. I know you know.
Do you want me to name them?
Robinson.
Brett Robinson, this girl Kate, and the Calafiori brothers, Paul and Cody Calafiori.
Okay. Fact check
4.
that, audience.
Yeah, fact check it.
Did they have a good experience?
Well, so Paulie was.
Did you know them before they were on Big Brother? Okay.
Yes, Paulie was my next door roommate freshman year of college, and he was a soccer player, handsomest kid, like nicest guy in the world. We were great friends all throughout college, and like after college, I think a couple years later, he was on Big Brother. I didn't really follow up, but apparently his like arc on Big Brother was to be the bad guy, and he was
Oh,
like a scumbag
shit.
and like treated girls poorly. This is all just like I heard
Nice.
and kind of read.
Sick.
And it was like
Sick.
a little conflicting. It's like, this is the nicest guy I've ever met. Like, he's from New Jersey, hometown, just happened to know him. And then his brother got on the show because, like, I think they like to keep it in the family. And I've like kept up with him here and there. We hung out once or twice, but it's just weird that like they can take someone and just give you a new identity by putting you on a
Yeah.
show. They're
Oh,
like,
for
you're gonna
sure.
do this.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And now like the internet is like, well, I think Paulie's just a fucking whatever misogynist, and I'm just like, he's literally the nicest person, but
Yeah.
they, you know,
it's giving Jonah's awful.
yes, exactly, yeah. But it's a psychotic thing that they do to you to be on Big Brother. Like they lock you in a room, take your phone away, you can't talk to the outside world, and you're
I
on
could
camera
never do
24/7.
I would never want to be on the show, but I would love to play the game.
What does that mean?
Oh yeah.
Like if
the
it wasn't
And
the
there
filmed,
was a
challenges.
simulator I could go in to play the game Big Brother and like
but not have it air on TV.
just not committing to being on that show, having that out there. I don't know. But also, though, with the paranoia people are watching, I think the idea of playing a game where a lot of it is just trying to be as likable as you can amongst a group and hanging in there until it starts getting narrower, narrower. Because a lot of it, if you're just like cool and know how to like just hang out and be likable in the beginning, you can hang for a long time. But then eventually that paranoia of it shifting. I was really, really high. We had Brett Robinson on our Patreon at Unfiltered, and he was explaining the whole game, and I was like,
What is the
Freaking
game?
out.
Big Brother?
Yeah, I don't know the context. I know there's people in a house with no
it's,
whatever, but
so you know that it takes place in like a fake like studio apartment, that there are no phones, there's no reading material, there's nothing where you can put your attention to of a sense
Except
of
for the other
entertainment
people.
except sitting around and talking and hanging out. And
Like making alliances.
yes,
but what is the object of the game?
there's
To win.
to win, to
One
be the
person
last
wins,
person, to be the last person.
Are people getting voted off? Are there
People-
games you play?
Yeah, people
Is
get
there a
voted
judge
off.
that comes in
There's
and says you're kicked off? I
There's
don't know how
literally
it
like
works.
it's all of that.
It's all
Oh, it's
alliance.
all. I just made up 5 different.
Yeah. No, it's literally
yeah.
every single one of those
Huh?
things.
Yeah. You can like win immunity.
And, like
but
today they could be like, we're having an elimination today for no reason.
But everyone, there's cameras
Damn.
there's 24 hours a day cameras on you. So when you watch a show, they go, this happened last night at 3 a.m. Hey, so I'm really not liking Mike, and I think you and me, we should probably do it. And
That's
also,
sick.
the people who get eliminated too, they can also watch the show once right when they leave the show and keep up with it. And they're also a separate jury. I'm
I
pretty
think it's
sure for the
8
people listening, who
the most recent 8 who were eliminated.
they can
or
also
something.
vote. So you got to be making sure like you're
Even if
putting
people
on a
get
good
voted off.
act for the people who you
How
even
many people
voted
win?
off of.
One.
But if you're voting, you're just gonna like. If there's 2 people left, how do you vote?
The jury votes. Everyone who got eliminated votes.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
I think so.
Forgive me if I'm wrong.
So they just do a bunch of crazy rules.
Yeah, it's wild. It's constant. Like we're shaking it up today.
Yeah.
But the idea of it just like another like or days or weeks pass and you're like, oh my god, and then
Yeah.
eventually everyone just starts turning at you like it's like Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. It's so much lying. Like I could never do that because I'd be like, oh my god, because one person will come to you and be like, let's make an alliance. Like I hate this person. But then you're like already in an alliance with that person that they want to make an alliance against. But then you want to do it anyway
There's a
because
lot
you
of
want
whispering on the show?
everyone. Oh yeah, because like
They have to be secretive.
there's nothing going on in the house. So like everyone's just whispering.
do they ever
to
like
each
put
other.
on plays? They're like, okay, we're gonna do Shakespeare in the Park, and like
Maybe if you go on the show.
If you, yeah, I don't know, or
like do
they're not
poetry
doing-
readings. Like, do they make art? Are they like performing?
That's not like what people want to watch.
I would like be retelling
Like,
stories.
There's
Let me tell
rules.
you the Kurt Vonnegut short stories.
Yeah, you
and then
can-
this is how we like have a
no.
movie.
No, it's literally just
VHS.
like the whole point is for like people to see
Drama.
the scheming behind the scenes and then like you play the games.
I would want people like, can you tell me the story of Back to the Future? Like, let's watch a movie, and Aaron's gonna tell us.
You probably
you should
none
go
of
on
it.
it.
They don't want you probably talking about like copywritten material. Do you remember
Oh.
that this show that was on MTV
also, no
or
one
it was?
wants to watch that.
Do you remember this show that was like on MTV or VH1 and it was not called I Love the 70s? That's a whole different thing. It was called That Totally 70s Show, not That 70s
Yeah.
Show. But it was a reality show where 12 people have to go live in a house and they have to pretend like it's the 70s.
Yeah, and they play that
What?
song. They would
Uh,
play that song to wake everyone up.
Yes.
So like, they had to go like roller skate or something.
Like,
What was it? It was like,
Sunshine
do 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 do.
everybody.
What?
And the whole rule was like you had to dress in the 70s, use products that were in the 70s, but you couldn't bring up anything that was modern day at
What?
all. Or you
Are
would-
these like 70s enthusiasts that are doing it,
No,
or just like
it-
random people?
I don't
No, it
know
was
if
like-
some of them were enthusiasts, but they just signed up to be on the show. And
Damn.
Yeah, it was this
What the-
MTV's The 70s House. And they played that song. It was like, do, 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 do. And they would blast it in the middle of the night. And they'd have to like
It's
get
not
up and like
unusual.
do stuff.
like the Tom Waits
No,
song?
no, it was just like I
a
don't know what
ringtone
song it
type
is.
thing?
It was just like notes.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like the same thing.
It was
And
a
everyone would be
fever
like,
dream of a show because it was only on for like one season.
Yeah.
But like, if you mentioned, oh, you know that like Jay-Z song, like blah, 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 when they're just filming you hanging out and they would be like, you said
Damn. I would have no idea what to talk about. I'd be like, I don't know if this was the 80s. Or
President Nixon is
Yeah.
really coming along with that.
my flared pants. Like, that's all I know about the 70s. Flared pants and flowers and weed and Woodstock,
yeah.
right?
Wow.
That's interesting.
One time when I was in DC, I think it was the same weekend I walked into the Scientology building. We made friends with people who were on The Real World that season.
Oh, fun.
And we were gonna hang out with them one night, but they were like, oh, we have to go film something. So they were like super nice and normal and like really good people, whatever, it was fine. And then we broke off from them and they're like, we have to go film at this bar for an hour and then we can go out in the streets and like just go and live.
Yeah.
But they went to a bar and there's like the same bar that they go to. And what they do when they were filming this Real World season, and probably all of them, is they take all the 12 people or whatever, they go to the bar that's paid for, and they just pump them full of alcohol for an hour
Yeah.
straight. We saw them walk into the bar completely sober, and literally they all stumbled out of the bar like 40 minutes later, like falling
get 'em
over
to
each
fight.
other. And then,
Yeah.
and then they just sent them out in the streets. And I was like, what just happened in there? And they're like, 12 shots, man. And I like asked the producer, I was like, what's going on? They're like, yeah, what do you mean? That's what we do. That's how we get the best takes.
That's
they just pump them full of
crazy.
alcohol.
I guess that's what they kind of do on The Bachelor and Bachelorette
But
too. Like
Bachelor,
they're-
Bachelorette, there's a 2-drink minimum for
Or
every
maximum.
or there's a 2-drink max for every hour. Tyler Cameron, I think, told me this.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I
really?
got this wrong. Or it was 1 drink every hour. But what they would do is,
Yes.
I thought
is
that
you
was
would
Love
have-
Island.
No way.
No, I think it's
really?
The
I think,
Bachelor.
I think it's a lot of reality shows
I've
have a drink
heard
limit
multiple
now.
times that people are just like drunk on, and I've seen people wasted on
Yeah.
The Bachelor and Bachelorette.
But no, the Bachelor thing is what I think he's
Maybe
right.
it's too hot to handle. It's like one of those that are like,
But what they,
That's crazy
his
because
trick-
those are like trashy
I know.
compared to like
Yeah.
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, they want to keep
Yeah,
it
that's
classier,
classy.
so they
Yeah,
do
it's
2 drinks,
so classy.
2 drinks per hour. But there's a hack for it.
Do you do it right as the hour's about to turn? Do you like drink your
Oh.
2 drinks, and then right when the hour turns, you take your next
Yeah,
2
so, like,
drinks, and
if
you
you-
enjoy that that big buzz.
So if your
Smart.
date's at like 9, you don't drink anything from 8 to 8:58, and then you take 2 shots at 8:58, and then another 2 shots at
I'd
9:01,
be
and then you're
drunk.
like within like the.
Oh my god.
But then Real World,
Interesting.
they're just like, I mean, Real World is
Yeah.
all just fighting, and
And
it
like
makes
Jersey
sense.
Shore, they probably did the same
Yeah,
thing.
but like MTV was just like, yeah.
Pump them
Let's,
up.
let's fill you teenagers full of alcohol.
I mean, that's what like the Housewives and every show on Bravo is like.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just
are-
pump them full of booze.
They're
I
always
think they
just
pump
drinking.
themselves
Yeah,
full
they
of
do.
booze.
They do.
Can you drink on Big Brother? Is no alcohol in the house?
I actually don't
That'd be
know.
really funny.
I want to drink on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
I was like having a
strong
margarita
martini.
going,
Yeah.
this was like, I'm thinking to see, like, I
phone a
feel
friend?
like I would just be a little
You
bit
phone
more.
a friend and burn all the time. Yeah, I'm having a couple margaritas. It's gone pretty well, I would say. Regis is a little better looking in person than I. Sir, it's going down.
Oh, Regis.
Is he still alive? Or
No,
No, he died.
R.I.P.
We just, yeah, that is true.
Do you, okay, when they won $1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I feel like there were a couple winners, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing the first one ever.
Yeah, it was.
He was
crazy.
such a
And
fucking
he called
badass.
his dad. He goes,
Yes.
I want to use a
Yeah.
lifeline. And he goes, who do you want to call? My dad. And his dad answers, and he goes, hey, Dad.
I just want
He
you
goes,
to know.
I just want to let you know that I'm about to win like $1 million.
God, we
Wow.
watched it like as a family when I was like 8 or whenever
Yeah.
it was. And we
Did
went
you ever have the
fucking-
computer game of it?
Oh yeah,
I did
Oh
too.
The
yeah.
best.
I can still like hear it. Ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
and like at
the-
family parties, we'd be like, "Let's go play," and then just on your.
and then
Is
I
that
would
your
lose like
final
the second
answer?
question.
Yeah, he's a
Like,
kid. You're like,
fuck.
I'm going to make it to the end.
Yeah.
I'm going to know every answer.
Not
He'd
once.
be like, Dad, what is it?
How many sides is an octagon? Like, fuck, I'm done.
Yeah.
That was great because like you couldn't like Google it. Like,
No, not in those
that
days.
Fast.
Do you remember there was a whole documentary about this scandal where somebody had a system with their friend who was sitting in the audience and they would cough a certain
Yeah.
amount of times for like, I forget what it is, but basically the way they coughed let them know
Yes,
if the answer
A,
was
B,
right
C,
or
or
not.
D?
Yeah, I think it was like, I think it's B, and then if she coughed, she'd be like, maybe it's
But how is this
C.
person getting the answer so quickly?
I have no
I think
idea.
they're rolling a
They were
wire
probably
in
just
their
really
ear.
smart or something, or yeah, had a wire, but
Huh.
it was really like,
I would love to be on Jeopardy. Get me on Jeopardy. College
Oh, you'd be
Jeopardy.
great.
College Jeopardy. I can play that first round. I can
But
probably.
you couldn't get on College Jeopardy.
Well, maybe I'll go to grad school.
I don't think it works.
Oh, do you
with-
have to be in grad school?
I think it's undergrad only, right? It's like always kids.
Yes, maybe, Mike. Maybe.
Okay, I'm
but
sorry to crush your dreams. Jeez.
but I don't like. I can hang.
I want to do
on-
Family Feud. That one's fun for
Yeah,
me.
I love
Is that the
Family
Steve
Feud.
Harvey one?
Yeah.
I don't. That good answer. And it's all Steve
so
Harvey. It's
funny.
the same shit. Like, I don't know, a turkey. You think you're gonna find a turkey in a car wash?
I'm talking about like
so
I'm
funny.
talking about like the app.
Like-
Like I like playing my app.
But it's just Steve
No, it'd
Harvey
be fun
there
to do
going
with
like,
friends.
I agree.
Yeah.
it's the same. It's so funny. Like he's like, you said what?
I know, but I'm talking like the game in general is fun. Because it's like
Yeah.
you have to think of like what everyone else is gonna think, and I don't know. I love
We
it.
could get on that.
Yeah.
On Family Feud? Do you have
Yeah.
to be a family?
Well, they do like celebrity Family Feud.
Podcast
Like,
Family Feud?
That would
Yeah.
be so fun.
I know.
We can go versus like I don't know. Who's a podcast group? Andrew Schultz's podcast. We'd probably beat him.
Who's that?
Fuck.
Big New York comedian.
Trash Tuesday,
Or like the Barstool guys.
BFFs pod.
Oh yeah. I feel like they'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Family. I feel like we'd be good at Family
I think
Feud.
they'd make better TV.
Oh, I'd
than
get so
us.
nervous.
Yeah,
I would crack under pressure.
me too.
Really?
Would it be so fun? But
Yeah.
we've got them. They're pretty smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Good answer. Good answer. Fuck off.
That would be
all
fighting
part
with
of the
all of us.
shtick.
I'm like, I think it's Kat. I'm like, no, Carly. There's no way Kat would be up there.
Yeah.
All right.
I do miss when we did the Double Dare course. That was a dream.
Oh my
come
god.
true.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Double Dare. That was fun. I never really watched it though.
Oh my god.
Do you guys remember the first reality show you ever saw?
It was
Oh,
probably
geez.
Real World. Wasn't that the first reality show? Was Real World? That's why it's called reality TV. Just my theory.
I have no
Oh,
idea.
maybe.
I think that's why it was like the first show that did like we're just gonna film people in a house living their life.
But the thing is, the first season of The Real World, they ran into an issue because everyone was getting along. There was no drama.
Really?
Oh
But
yeah.
the drama that actually happened was that one of the contestants was like hooking up with one of the cameramen.
Oh god. It's like so not part of the show.
But now they
So
do
funny.
like the psych evaluations for like when Adam did The Voice, my roommate did The Voice, he had to fill out like a whole every reality show they do psych evaluations, and for like shows where they want you to be normal, you have to be normal, but for shows like Big Brother, they look for people that have red flags written all over
Or
them.
heart,
Yeah, of
or heart
course.
stories. Like, is anyone dying in your
Right.
family? Does
Yeah.
mom have cancer?
They'll all,
Yeah.
like AGT, The Voice, those ones are so fake. They like will
Manufactured.
scout people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they'll be like, come on the show. And then we're
Yeah.
going to give you the golden buzzer, even though we already know that like you're super talented.
My friend got he was on The Voice, or he was going to Hollywood, and he got to go to Hollywood, and they were filming it right at like Universal Studios, and I lived right by it. I got to go there, and it was right when I got on the lot. I get in a car with all the other like parents of talent, people from out in the middle of nowhere. Like, this is gonna be a big day for Rebecca. Who are you with? All right, you're with and I was just like, oh my! Everyone thinks they're gonna be a star, but what's tough about The Voice though, when you're auditioning, they have like a quota that they need 2 rockers, 2 pop girls,
Yeah.
2 this. My buddy was a rock guy, and I spent the whole chunk of my day, I swear over 5 hours, waiting around in this room, and they're filming all like the solo stories and stuff. And my buddy, they didn't even get around to them. They had to like wait for
till
the next day.
yeah.
And by the next day, they had already fulfilled like the rockers, and they wouldn't let him on.
Yeah.
And it was such a that's just such a bummer. But
Yeah.
there's people who are so talented, but they say yes to them before you. And there's someone who's scrambling the order around.
That's so annoying.
I saw someone say that like a lot of those shows that have the judges and like, oh, you're gonna be a star. It's all like I mean it's obvious, but the stars of the show are the celebrity judges. The show is not there to promote the talent. It's there to promote
Yeah.
the judges. So like when you look at the billboards of like America's Got Talent, you're not seeing all the past winners. You're just seeing
Yeah.
Simon Cowell and whoever, and like they just prey on people's hopes of winning the American dream. But who won AGT 3 years ago?
Yeah,
What are they
no
doing
idea.
no
now?
one knows.
I didn't
Well,
even know it was still a
AGT,
show.
they probably have a show in Vegas, usually.
You think so?
Sometimes, most of the time.
Actually,
they'll-
my mom is
they-
going to see a show in Vegas of like a
Person who won.
ventriloquist.
Oh my
parents love this guy.
like
who is
Jeff Dunham.
no, he sings Amazing Grace like beautifully.
Oh,
but as a
no.
ventriloquist.
It's
It's not him. You think it's not him, but he's just.
He's like, but like parents love that shit.
You know, American Idol now. Patricia's family loves watching it. I love watching them watch it. American Idol these days, they don't give them critiques anymore.
What?
They just say, because they felt that the critiques were influencing the votes, and
That's
they'd
the whole
rather
point.
have the people, like, I don't know, keep tuning in and like have their loyalty for their favorite artists. So now they just go, great energy, loved it. They don't critique their
Damn.
song
So what's
choice.
the point of having judges?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Just to, I don't know, keep support and momentum, and just telling people to vote. They switched it up.
Boring.
I
Did you
know.
guys ever watch like a season and voted? Like, were
Oh,
you into
yeah.
it? There was one season I would text and call to vote.
Yeah, I was
Kelly
gonna say-
Clarkson when she won?
Yeah, the first season you had to like call,
Yeah.
which is like such a crazy thought. Now there's probably like apps and websites and stuff, but it's like you literally had to physically call the number to vote
Yeah.
for somebody.
There was like one season it was like Kelly Pickler and
I
Pick-
love
Pickler.
Kelly Pickler. Kelly Pickler, pick me.
Pickler. I remember
Taylor
that.
Swift wrote one of her songs.
really?
Yeah.
Yep.
She has a
Ow.
career?
Who?
Kelly Pickler?
Well, I mean, this was like a long time ago.
I think you
Yeah.
meant Taylor Swift. I was like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think
It says the first reality show is Candid Camera.
Oh.
I don't know if
so
that's
my-
reality.
That's more of a
That's
prank
what it
show.
says.
Candid Camera was
No, that's
around in
reality.
the 40s and 50s when they realized they could like
Yeah,
have a camera.
1947.
Yeah.
1947.
Wait, so what's is it
Holy
pranks?
Smile, you're on Candid Camera. I'm on a camera for the first time ever. This is wild.
What's a camera?
I guess that could be considered reality, but I feel like Real World is the one that set the template for what reality shows are
Probably.
now.
I remember Bug Juice was like the first one I ever saw, I
Bug
think.
Juice.
Well, it says that
Doesn't come
The
in
American
a jar.
Sportsman was also a reality show, 1965. It was one of the first reality TV shows, and it followed TV hosts Joe Foss, Grits Gresham,
Oh, Grits
and
Gresham.
Kurt Cowdy. Each episode featured a host and celebrity as they participated in activities in the great outdoors.
Huh.
Wow.
What about? Oh my god, it was
You like
just
the Carbonara effect is my favorite.
It's not a reality show.
Oh, well, it's like a Candid Camera.
It's
It's,
like
a
a
hidden
yeah.
camera.
Magician?
It's a hidden-
Cops.
Ooh,
Oh,
Cops.
Cops is kind of
How cops? I'm always like, how is nobody who's getting arrested going, am I on camera? Like, no one is
They got bigger
ever.
things to worry about.
But apparently, the nighttime shots, it's a big flashlight, and they think it's like another cop
Oh.
with the flashlight on.
Yeah.
But then some faces are blurred, some are not. I also think that the show will pay for like your court fees for the
Cops?
crime.
If, like, you're on the
I mean,
show.
that show is pure propaganda
Oh,
for
boy.
police to be like, look, the cops are always right. Everyone that the cops arrest is a drug maniac and violent. Like, it's pure propaganda for the police.
Yeah.
Bad boys.
Campus PD was the best.
Campus PD.
Yeah, it was like
yeah.
a college campus one, and it was just like funny because all the kids would just think that they knew everything and could get out of
Right.
stuff, but it was like so clear.
Did I
that-
tell you what happened to me? Or, well, do you know what cart narcs is?
Yes, I told Aaron about this. I love cart
Carly,
narcs.
guess what happened to me?
What?
So you know for the people who
Explain
don't
cart
know,
narcs.
Yeah.
Cart narcs is a guy on YouTube
And TikTok.
and TikTok. He uploads his clips from
on TikTok.
YouTube onto TikTok, and he goes and sits around in parking lots
Of grocery stores.
of grocery stores. And he calls out people who do not return their shopping carts
to the corral, the area where you're
to the
supposed to put it.
corral. And when he sees it happen, he'll be like, he's like a megaphone, and he has these like little magnets he throws on their car. And he's like, "All right, lazy bones, why won't you return your cart? The cart's right here, or the cart
Cart returns right here.
Cart returns right here." And he calls out these people, and usually someone who does not return their cart is already inherently an asshole.
Yeah.
And he'll just bust these people, gets them so angry and everything.
You put a magnet on my cart. That's harassment.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
So
And for some reason, people just refuse to, like, if you forgot to return your cart and someone came up to you and was like, "Hey, you forgot
be
to
like,
return your cart."
Yes, I will.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. And you put it
Of
away.
course.
But this guy has like a body cam, and the people are just
so funny.
fucking maniacs.
So I'm a big fan of
Could
cart
he get in
narcs.
Me
trouble
too.
though for putting stuff on their cars
it's a
for
magnet,
real?
It's a
so it's
magnet.
not like it's not permanent. So it's like you could just take it off.
Yeah.
I know what you
But
mean,
it's like
though.
the same
Still,
thing.
yeah.
But people go up and put like business cards on your car all the
Yeah.
time.
I'm sure someone will sue him
or
And
something,
then-
but it's probably not like that much.
Yeah, I mean, like, what
yeah.
if he threw a magnet on their car and it's like in a public space, but he does get people fucking riled up. He's gonna get shot.
So
I
anyway,
hope not.
so anyways, I'm a big fan of the show, and most of the time when I've seen the videos, it's never in LA.
I know.
Like,
Wait,
it's
did you see this guy?
Carly. So I
Stop.
go to the Ralphs over like on Doheny, and I go to the Ralphs. I just usually do the pickup for my groceries, but this time I just parked on the street. I didn't park in the parking lot, and I just went in and I go, "Hey, I'm here early. Can I just grab my groceries now?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, no problem." Hands me my groceries. I'm walking through the parking lot, and I see a guy with like a flag, and he has on like a vest and with like a pink megaphone, and I'm like, that can't be Cart Narks. And I'm like walking to my car, and I get closer to the back of his badge, and it says Cart Narks.
Stop.
And I go, "Oh my gosh, are you Cart Narks?" He turns around, he's like his body cam, he's like, "I sure am." And I'm like, "Thank you so much for your service. I love your show." And he's like, "You want a sticker?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Can I get a selfie?" He goes, wait, hold on. He's like, "Whoop." He's like, "Got a lazy bones here." He throws the little magnet like on this guy's car. And he's just like going, "Why can't you return your cart? The cart corral right there." Like, and I'm watching the whole
Oh
thing
my
go
God,
down.
I'm so
filming him.
jealous.
And then at one point, the guy is just like in his car. He's like, "What's going on?" And then I kind of yell at the guy to go, "Just return your cart, man. Do it." And then the cart guy looks at me and he's like, "Hey, no need, wait, what did he say?" He's like, "Now don't need to escalate anything right here. We're just trying to tell him to return the cart." And I'm like, I'm like,
Matt, I'm
yelling.
dead.
I could not believe
Like
this
you
was
got to see
happening
it.
to me.
What does he look like? How old is he?
I don't know if I want to like say his identity
Okay.
very much.
But do you
I would
think he's
say
around
he's
our
probably
age?
like mid 30s.
Oh, okay.
So yes,
I'm pretty much mid-30s.
No, late 30s, baby. Definitely, he's looked 7-8 years older than me.
Okay.
I think.
That is so, I'm so
you
jealous.
should have like just done it. You should have not put your cart away, so you could have been a person that he.
That no, because that I think
Canceled.
that would have looked immediate. No, there's no
But
way.
I feel like you could play it off. You'd be like, "I did it on purpose."
Yeah, maybe.
Well, he
I
had a
don't
good
know.
line though, where he's like, "Oh, no need to get hostile" or
Oh
something.
yeah, that's what he said.
What?
He said to me,
No need for hostility.
you. And I'm like, "Come on!" Like I'm yelling
my
at
God.
this guy. And he was like, "Hey, no need for hostility here. We're
This
just
guy's
trying to
just
get
being
this
a
guy to
lazy
return the cart."
bones.
Is he pretty serious or is it like a bit, do you think? Like, do you think
He
he's...
is. I think he is so in his zone, and he's just amused
Uh-huh.
by it. But he's like, I don't know how to describe it. He's
Yeah.
just so
Is
in
he like
his
making
zone.
money off of it?
Has to.
or
Probably
Probably
gets-
from YouTube and
Yeah.
stuff. He's
Oh,
uploading them
YouTube.
to YouTube, yeah.
Because it really like the thing is he's getting reactions of unhinged people
Yeah.
screaming at him
Yeah.
like,
It's a really
I'm
good
not putting my car
concept.
back. That's what they're paying people for.
It's so
you
funny.
just
They're like, "I'm going
see-
to call the police." He's like, "Okay, what are you going to tell them? I'm trying to make you put your cart back."
Yeah, he has a response to
Yeah.
every excuse because he's
Very
seen
fast,
it
too.
so many times.
Yeah.
He's so quick with it.
They're like, "I left it right there on the sidewalk." He's like, "Yeah, well,
Oh
what if
my
someone with
God.
a wheelchair has to get by? Then what?"
Yeah.
I'm like, well-
so hopefully I make the episode.
That
He
is
posts
so funny.
pretty
Matt.
regularly, once a week.
To get,
Has he upload? When was the last upload?
2 days ago.
think you're on there. We should watch on our break.
No, it looks like it's in Japan.
Oh.
Oh, he's doing Cart Narks International
It
now.
says returning Japanese.
Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
We'll have to keep an eye on Cart Narks.
He probably has so many backlogged.
Oh, yeah. The editing process, like if it's all body cam, I'd be like,
Yeah.
finding the clips.
I was trying to get like a selfie with him, but it seemed like he was very like he doesn't like his identity.
Oh,
Like in it,
Yeah.
it's just more like
I
That's
mean,
fair.
I wouldn't want mine.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's so
I just-
funny. You saw, when was this?
Like 3 days ago.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
Damn, I
Yeah.
love that you know what it is too.
Oh.
It's like my favorite.
My heart was just pounding.
and like
It-
you got to witness it in person. I'm so
yeah,
jealous.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like
no one's gonna love
I
that
like
story.
I called my brother and I was like, "Dude, I was just on Cart Narks," and he was like, "What?" Like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, "All right, I gotta call Mike." Like,
If you told me, I'd be like, "Did you not put your cart back?"
I know. Thank goodness I didn't. Or,
Yeah.
like,
Seeing him in action is like that's like witnessing Michael Jordan play basketball or something.
yeah, that would be
God,
so
he has
fucking
so
exciting.
many videos.
It's such a good celebrity sighting.
Yeah.
They used to be so short, like just a couple minutes. He's been doing it for 3. Well, these are not cart knocks.
I can't remember if we talked about this on this podcast, but I feel like we did because I feel like we had an interaction about bug juice. Remember how like the
Oh,
girls got like kicked off that one season and
I
no one knew why?
wanted to bring this up.
I found out. I found it on Twitter somehow.
For the people who don't know, Bug Juice was like, I'd say it's a reality show documentary of where they went to one of the best, coolest summer camps in like Maine, and they would just film these teens like
just hanging out,
all the little summer camp activities
and
drama. And two girls.
And I remember one episode,
and we
two
never
girls
knew.
got kicked off, and it was so dark, and everyone was like so upset, and they wouldn't say why they got kicked off. And of course, when you're that young, I'm like, they had to have, like murdered somebody. Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And I thought about it recently. I feel like we've talked about this, maybe not. I found on Twitter, one of the girls has a Twitter, and she was like, everyone's been asking, so here's what happened. And apparently it was just like weed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But they were young. Like
They
those
were young.
like
They were probably
11,
14.
12-year-olds. Like,
Oh,
I feel like they were not 50. They couldn't drive.
yeah. They
They
were
had like
so
braces.
young. Yeah, but they look so
You
old
can
to
have
us.
braces
Braces
when
and
you're-
learning to drive. I know
Yeah.
that was a stupid thing to say. Sorry, maybe edit that out. Stupid.
Stupid. But yeah, that was
Wow.
great. Bug juice.
Juice, it doesn't come in a jar. Freedom comes from who you are.
Okay, so if we each had to go on a reality show,
Mm.
which one would you want to go on?
Not a game show, a reality show.
Not a game show.
I
okay.
would love to be the Bachelor.
Well, of course.
Oh,
I feel like
boy.
I'd have such a fun time just like being insane.
You would.
You think? But
Yeah.
you wouldn't. You don't even let Carly touch you on camera. You're gonna make out with all these girls on film.
You would be burnt out by episode 2. Like you would hate it. I don't think you have
I feel
the
like I would have
chops.
fun with it.
You would be okay being PDA for millions of people.
Well, I would just be like, "Why are you here? What do you really like?" I would try and
You're
break
the
the whole
worst
Can't
concept of
Bachelor
talk about
ever.
the show. That's a big thing. It's like
that's
when
what I
you
would want to
reference
do.
the
I'd want to
show-
break the fourth wall and be like, "Do you
yeah, but
really
they wouldn't
think
air it.
This is my fantasy?"
If I was
Is
a
that
bachelor,
like,
though, I would
deconstruct
know
it?
on the first night
Yeah, you've said.
who I
Right.
really would like. I could
Right.
look at like 20 people and
Yeah.
be like, in one night, being like, "That's the
She
person."
has the biggest boobs. It's her.
No.
Tits McGee.
Yeah.
I call Tits McGee.
And they're like, "Oh, you can't have Tits McGee. She's actually getting sent home tomorrow."
Wow.
Okay, so Mike would want the Bachelor.
But just to like deconstruct the show and be like, okay, so you flew here from Kentucky. You've never met me before, but your expectation is after 6 weeks we're gonna get married
You,
and
like,
it's all
called it
gonna work
out.
out. Explain what's going on. Like I would want to break it down.
I think I'd want to be like on a home improvement show.
Ooh.
Like an HGTV, like Property Brothers type of show.
Yeah, like this is my project. I would love for these people to come in, work on it, tell them your vision, and
Oh,
just
that- I could
document
see
the
that.
process.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, especially if they could do it for free, that'd be kind of sick.
Do you guys like real estate reality TV?
Love it.
Like
Selling
like
Sunset.
Sirhan and all that?
Yeah.
Selling Sunset. I
Give
would
it
definitely not want to be on
all.
that show.
You wouldn't want to be?
No.
Just
I
the-
would want to be as like someone who's selling an $86 million house.
Well, yeah, that.
You
but
would want to be like, okay, and this is where you'll host your parties.
This,
and this
no,
is...
I'd be like, this is my $86 million house that
Oh.
I'm selling.
But I don't understand, like people who buy $86 million house. You already have $86 million. Go build the home of your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why go buy someone else's dream home?
Maybe someone saw it and they're like, this is actually my dream home.
Some people don't have the taste or the time or
Yeah.
the
It takes
care.
a lot to build an $86 million house.
Yeah, like you'd
There's
rather just
so many ugly, or there's also so many ugly $86 million homes
yeah.
that people built as their dream homes, and they just are unable to sell it because nobody who would even have that right sense of mind would ever
Yeah.
buy it.
I also feel like people who buy houses like that wind up doing so much to it to change it into what they want anyway. Just
Yeah.
because they have like unlimited money.
There's all in. Yeah, but it's also interesting when you see a lot of those like really big, just like homes for sale. You're like, there's a story behind why this is for sale. I think sometimes where it's like,
Yeah, could be. Someone died.
I don't
Or
know.
something
yeah.
happened. I feel like, I mean, I always said this. I would like to be the decoy on To Catch a Predator.
Oh yeah.
That'd be so good. But it's not a show
just
anymore.
a minute. Did
Yeah.
you bring the pizza?
I made cookies. 1 sec, I have to take my hair out of my towel. So easy. And so dramatic and disgusting.
They stopped that show, right? Because
But I feel like I've seen TikToks of him like kind of recently where he's like older and looks nowadays that he's doing content.
Maybe it's on like a streaming service now.
Yeah,
or
I don't
something.
think it's the original network, but I think he's still doing it.
Chris.
Like kind of Chris Hansen.
There's people
don't you have a
on
seat over here?
TikTok who do that pretty much, but they're just like regular
Oh
people.
yeah, I've seen that too.
And they'll like find these people who are like talking to children online and they'll like confront them in person.
Yeah,
They're just like
it's like a
regular
charity.
people.
Just
Yeah.
a one person.
It's like 2 or 3 people that like they just do it in like Oklahoma, and they'll go to a Home Depot and meet someone, and then they'll just film it in public, and they're like, if you leave, I'll call the cops. I did have a teacher that was like one of my best teachers, and like 10 years after, it was in 5th and 6th grade, he was my teacher, and then in like 2013 it came out that he had like touched a bunch of kids.
No.
There's so many teachers that get like.
And
I feel
I
like
could,
two
this
of
guy was
mine
like a
got-
family friend of mine. Like he was like at my bar
Oh,
mitzvah.
God, that's
I
scary.
used to sleep at his house. Like,
Oh, that's too close to home. Too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
yeah, it was crazy.
That's weird. Like knowing that person.
Like I didn't believe it at first. When the article came out, I was like, oh wow, he's being framed. Like this is crazy. Someone's framing him. And like there's just this weird thing of like, oh, there's no way. And then he went to court, and like it was people that I knew that had accused him, and then the court ruled that he had did it. So I still don't know. Like I haven't like talked to anyone about it. It was like 10 years ago at this point, but
God. Is he
Yeah.
in jail?
I think he was in jail for like 6 months, and now he just like can't do any work with children. Like he has
He's,
to
like,
be
on the
supervised around
list.
his own kids. Yeah.
God, I want to expose a teacher so bad. The
Oh
guy,
yeah.
he just grabbed me by my neck and pushed me up against a wall.
That happened to
know.
me too.
I remember that.
I feel like
Yeah.
you told it on the
You
podcast.
have.
Yes.
yeah.
And I still Google it to this day, and he's like teaching elementary school kids now. And I'm like, who the fuck
Tell on
would
him.
do that? But
You should
I
go
thought
visit.
that-
Be like, can I come visit? And then you visit for the day, and you're like, has anyone been hurt by this teacher?
God, I
You
know.
just do that.
I know.
All right.
Scary.
Should we eat lunch?
Yeah, let's eat
lunchtime.
lunch.
Thanks so much for watching. Give us comment below at future episodes you want us to do, and follow us on all the socials, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.